It is a, it's a, what can you say? It's the highest award that's awarded in this country, really, by the theater community, and it's a validation, I think, that original work is validated, that ensemble-based work is validated, that and is important and helps add to the canon of what is being created in American theater today, of the late 20th and early 21st century. Hopefully, some of those works will last the test of time, that have been born in this theater and in the different rooms that we've spent our time together. So, and it is, it is such a weird way that we create theater, and to have a national organization, and actually, the theater critics or the national, whoever those people are, the American Theater Wing, to have the theater community give it the thumbs up and say, this is important, it's significant, we've seen it in these different cities all across the country, and audiences all across the country in these different cities have responded so viscerally to it, is a tremendous validation for us. That what we've been laboring, all our labors are not in vain. Not that we never have thought so, but to have the country sit up and take note is really tremendously meaningful.
I think it says a lot about the people in Chicago, the audiences in Chicago, the fact that they can support this many diverse and interesting theatrical experiences. It's one thing I've always loved about Chicago. It's a very round city. It's not dominated by any single industry. It has several thriving communities, including its arts community, and it's a place that you can live as an artist, not feel comfortable, but I don't think you want to feel comfortable as an artist anyway. I think there's always should be a drive to create the next big thing. And Looking Glass is, being a mid-sized theater, we're in that position all the time where we can't really rest, which is exhausting, but it's also the fruit that we produce is really hard won, I would say. And I think that's the case of all theaters that are in the city. I think that no one can really rest. No one can really say, aren't we great? This is our next show. They have to think this next show has to be the best show that we could possibly create, which I think, creates another good show and another good show and another good show, is that sort of hard-won survival. But also the fact that their audience is willing to come is the most important aspect of this city and why it's so great here.
Well, I think it's an incredible acknowledgement of the body of work of the company and what we do in the community. At least that's how it feels to us. I think it's probably been said already that now Chicago, actually before Looking Glass was given this honor, we had the most Tony Regional Theater Award recipients in Chicago with Goodman and Steppenwolf and Chicago Shakespeare and Victory Gardens. So I think it means something for Chicago too, but in terms of Looking Glass, I think for a company our size and a company our age, which is 23 seasons, it's pretty extraordinary national recognition. Looking Glass is much smaller than many of the other companies that have received this award. And for a company that primarily makes new work from within the ensemble, it's also the kind of award that's often, I think, given to more tried and true material. I feel like it celebrates the importance of adding new theatrical work to the American canon. And I think in the last few years, we've been able to start sharing that even more than we had with tours. And so I hope what it means is that there's an appetite in the country and locally to see more of what we do, because that enables us to keep making art and sharing art, and by extension also sharing it with young people that would otherwise not be exposed to it.